What's going on today, everybody? Chris here with Know and Flow. Just want to talk to you guys about sequencing. Well, what is sequencing, Chris? Well, essentially, I reverse engineer my goals. So, I'll have something like a 10-year plan, a 5-year plan, a 2-year plan. These goals that span over a course of time where it's going to take me a lot of initial steps in order for me to achieve the greater aim. Now, the thing about me that I've noticed about myself is that I can get lost. I can get completely lost in future steps. I love to brainstorm. I love to get up in my head and come up with these brilliant ideas and processes and then so on and so forth. And the thing is I'll be wrapped up in those ideas, thinking how bitchin' they are, tightening them up and stuff in my head, theory crafting and so on and so forth, until the point of, holy shit, I'm not really getting anything done right here in front of my face because I'm a year ahead of myself. I'm 5 years ahead of myself. What's going on? And so it's important to have a plan. Certainly it's important to tend to those steps that are important in achieving your goal. But dude, steps 5 through 20 don't mean shit if you're not attending to step 1, if you're not prepping for step 2. You know what I'm saying? So that's where sequencing comes in. That's where sequencing is important. Sitting there, reverse engineering, bringing back those main goals, bringing them back, breaking them down into the smaller components, but then taking them in one bite at a time and keeping your mind focused on that immediate step. Right now I'm in the studio working on my album Wake the Dead, and I'm in the drum editing phase, and all that matters right now is getting these drums edited. I still have guitars to lay down, I have vocals to lay down, I have bass to get done. There's a lot of little sub-steps that need to be taken in order to move to that next step of, say, marketing the product. Cool, I have the product now, I have the album, let's go out and sell this shit. Let's go out and, show it to the world and share it with everybody. And then there's going to be, steps and goals that are related to, how do I market this to the community? You know what I mean? How do I get this in the minds of the consumers that I want to connect with? You know what I mean? The people I want to engage with. So, but it all boils down to, all that shit doesn't matter if I don't edit the drums. If I don't get the drums to the world-class standard that's going to satisfy me and make me happy, then there's no other steps to happen. Because that's got to get done first. That foundational step needs to be done. And so I'm excited. For some people it might be just a completely no-brainer. But for a guy like me who likes to get up in his head and, like I said, formulate ideas and processes and think about all the cool shit that can happen, and I'm coordinating in my mind, and like I said, theory crafting, it wasn't a no-brainer for me. I can get lost in the future. So I'm bringing myself down to the now. I'm bringing myself down to the moment, and I'm using this step prep process now, or method, where essentially I'll be working on step 1, keeping my eye on the prize, knowing that step 1 is paramount, and then utilizing what spare time I have, just to live normal life and to also be prepping for step 2. So say, for example, right now, the next step after the editing these drums would be to start layering guitars. So finding out the most appropriate way to record these guitars, which mics to use, how do I want to place these mics and all that kind of stuff is going to be relevant to acquiring the best source from my amplifier. So that's the next step. So that's the shit I would be prepping for as I'm editing drums. So very cool, great revelation for me. I just wanted to share that with you, sequencing. Took a minute, wanted to give you a little bit of real world details about, my own personal music career and how I go about utilizing these principles in my own everyday process. Anyway, I love you guys. Appreciate you. Keep it real, man. Go out and make yourself kick ass today. Know and flow. Peace.